Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we now know the arrangements for a Kentucky State Police trooper who died following a short illness. And a Kentucky native appeared on his favorite game show Monday night, The Price is Right.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
And a good morning to you. It's just after 5:30 here on a Wednesday, July the 5th. I'm Brandon Robinson, and we're doing a little bit of news, doing a little bit of weather. But first, let's get to your first forecast. Let's take a look and see what's going on. Pikeville there at US 119, US 23 intersection. Not a whole lot going on, but a little bit of patchy fog out there this morning. Very mild and muggy, so be aware of that. 68 over that way, 62 in Clintwood across the border. Always a little cooler in Southwest Virginia. Most of us there, with the exception of Hazard, in the mid to upper 60s. And low 70s out there this morning. Hazard 64, Irvin 65. Again, some of those other spots out there for the most part, basically 67 to 71. 71 is the warm spot there in Jackson and Monticello right now. Statewide, Bowling Green sensor out this morning, but Knoxville's at 72. Across the river, 68. Cincinnati, 76 in Louisville this morning. 74 in Owensboro and 73 in Paducah. Forecast for the rest of the day, mainly dry, hot, humid, hazy, about 88 for a daytime high. But in the heat of the day, I cannot rule out a stray chance for a possibility for a shower or storm. So we'll keep it posted and keep an eye out for that. We now know the funeral arrangements for an Eastern Kentucky State Trooper. Sergeant Jared Boggs died Monday at St. Joseph Hospital in Lexington after a brief illness. He graduated from the State Police Academy in 2005 and spent his entire 18-year career with Post 10 in Harlan. He was only 39 years old. His visitation will be Saturday at 1 until the funeral at 3 at Harlan Independence High School's gym. In lieu of flowers, the family has requested donations be made to the Harlan Little League or Harlan Independent Schools. A woman is in the hospital after a shooting Monday night in Lexington. Police found the woman shot on Georgetown Road around 1:40 Tuesday morning. Crews rushed her to the hospital. She is expected to recover. Officers have not made any arrests and are not releasing any information about a possible shooter. One robbery suspect in East Tennessee is in jail this morning facing a host of charges. Officials with the Campbell County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office say deputies were called to Big O's convenience store in La Follette around 7:30 yesterday morning. Inside, they found 41-year-old Brandon Lee Leach armed with a knife. Leach was arrested and charged with aggravated robbery, among other charges. Republican candidate for governor, Attorney General Daniel Cameron, was in the Independence Day parade in Campbellsville yesterday. On Twitter, Cameron says as governor, he would designate the entire month of July as American Pride Month to celebrate the founding fathers and freedom. Cameron also used the nation's birthday to take a dig at Democratic Governor Andy Beshear, saying, quote, "America is fundamentally a force for good in the world, despite what Andy Beshear and his supporters say." Governor Beshear was quieter on social media on the holiday, tweeting a picture of his family and urging Kentuckians to honor service members. Kentucky State Police needs telecommunicators. Salaries start at more than $41,000 annually, plus a $3,100 training stipend. State police say Governor Beshear raised salaries for telecommunicators by more than $8,000 recently and gave KSP the ability to give that stipend. KSP officials say that they have increased their number of troopers by 22% since the end of 2021. Kentucky county governments are being encouraged to apply for grants to help pay for spaying and neutering dogs and cats. The Department of Agriculture is handing out $1,500 grants to local county governments on a competitive basis. The counties can partner with nonprofit organizations. The grant application deadline is July 15th. A man from Estill County got to go on national television and walk away with thousands of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, just thousands of dollars in cash and prizes.
From the famous Bob Barker studio in Hollywood, it's The Price is Right.
Dalen Chaney, or Bob to his friends, won $75,000 on The Price is Right that aired on Monday. It was his favorite game show growing up. During the show, he got a chance to give a shout out to his family and his hometown.
Yeah, hello to everybody back in Barnesville, Kentucky. My wife Emma, my daughter Eleanor, and my boss Chris. Sorry I'm not sick today.
Dalen says it was an experience of a lifetime. Looked like he was having a good time there too. Switching gears, strong storms brought chaos to Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest in New York City. The severe weather arrived before the men's competition, prompting the NYPD to shut down the outdoor event. Organizers were eventually able to reset the stage and pull it off. CBS's Astrid Martinez was there.
We have to dismiss the crowd, and the contest is not going to happen. There's too much of a lightning risk.
Boos rang out as thousands braving storms in Brooklyn, New York, learned the men's division of Nathan's hot dog eating contest was delayed, then temporarily called off.
We woke up really early today on the holiday. We were really excited, and so it's pretty disappointing.
I came here all the way from Los Angeles. Yeah, to see him. Kind of disappointing that I didn't get to see my idol.
Are you ready?
This is her idol, Joey Chestnut, 15-time champion in the men's category, who did eventually compete 2 hours late.
Joey Chestnut!
And he won again, stuffing down 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes. The Dog Eat Dog competition broadcast on ESPN. He's relishing his victory after the day's weather woes, but a world record it was not, missing that high 76 mark by 14 wieners and buns.
The contest to determine who is top dog is a holiday tradition taking place on the 4th of July for the last 5 decades.
Miki Sudo!
The boardwalk weather was better for Miki Sudo, who wolfed down 39.5 dogs to win the women's division, her 10th championship.
I feel like this is a beautiful and a great American tradition. So what better way to celebrate the 4th?
It did rain on everyone's parade, but Sudo and Chestnut are taking home 10 grand apiece, along with glittering mustard belts, designating them 2 of the top eaters in the land. Astrid Martinez, CBS News, Coney Island, New York.
And 16 men and 15 women from 7 countries competed in this year's contest. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Adele has something to say to fans who throw things on stage. And the heat continues today, but there could be some brief relief heading our way in the coming days. I'll have the latest in about 3 minutes.